Hey guys, Nick Jarash, one-star Diamond Beachbody coach, and today I'm talking about expectations. And this is kind of a tough subject, especially for me, because when I first started in this business, I wanted everybody to like me. I was a people pleaser. I wanted absolutely everybody to just be my friend, and the coaches that I brought in, the challengers that I brought in, I just wanted them to like me. So when we did our getting started right, and if you did this, you know what? You can change course with me. You can change as well. We talked about hitting goals. We talked about accomplishing some great things, but there were never like huge expectations set up front for people that join my team or challengers or that sort of thing. And so one lesson that I had to learn was the whole idea of expectations and leadership versus a friend. And the fact that you can have both, because I think this business is so much fun because you get to be around so many amazing people and they become your friends, they become your family, they become people that you see on a consistent basis. I mean, I go out to eat with a lot of my coaches. I hang out with some of my challengers. I mean, they become family to you. But just recently, we listened to a call from John Maxwell when he talked about setting expectations on the front end. And so what does that look like in your Beachbody business? And how do you put on your leadership hat versus your coach's hat? So, when I first got started in this business, I was set up with a getting started right interview, right? You're talking to a coach, your upline coach, they're talking to you about your goals, they're talking about those first things you can do. And setting those expectations right away is so important. So typically in Beachbody, we talk about there are typically three types of coaches, okay? And some people fall in between these, but kind of the three types. There's the discount coach, they don't want to grow a business, they just want the discount. There's a coach that wants to dip their toes in and they want to maybe get Shakeology paid for every month, so they're going to run maybe a few challenge groups, but they're not looking to grow a big business yet. And then there's the coach that wants to grow a business and wants to make some income. Whether that's a substantial amount of income, whether that's $500 a month, whatever that is for them, they want to make some income. So when you're setting expectations on the front end with the conversations, and this goes for your challengers too, you're setting those expectations for your coaches. If a coach wants to grow the business and wants to go, you have expectations that we need them to meet in order to have success in this business. So I'm putting my leadership hat on at that point, and I'm saying, okay, here are your expectations. And for a lot of teams, they're going to be very similar. You're going to show up to my Zoom calls. You're going to be a part of Coach Basics, or we call Rocking the Coach group. You're going to be a part of the Emerald group as soon as you continue to keep growing your business, and then Diamond group. So you're part of those different various groups as you go through. You're showing up. You're going to do your vital behaviors every single day. You're going to report to me if you do some kind of accountability group with your people, okay? Right now we're doing a really very quickly dash to Emerald and then dash to Diamond group for our coaches. And so their expectations are they're going to send me their bats. They're going to send me their, what we call on our team, our rule of five, or power of threes is another word for it. So they're going to send that off. Basically, who are you inviting to your challenge groups? Who are you inviting to join your coaching business? How many connections are you making each day via social media? How many conversations are you starting? Those are expectations that we have right away. An expectation for coaches to tell them, okay, I want you to go 20-star or 15-star diamond, right? There's no 20-star. 15-star diamond. Right? That's an unrealistic expectation, but we can set expectations on the front end, because then what happens is when you set those expectations, you say, I want you to show up to Zooms. I want you to engage in the group. I want you to be part of my challenge group. I want you to, talk to 10 people. You're adding value to that coach, and you're giving them direction. You're helping them see, okay, this is what is expected of me if I want to grow my business. And then what happens is if they don't meet those expectations, you no longer feel like you're being mean. You're not their friend anymore, because you've already set the expectations as a leader. I struggled with that for a while. I would go to people. I'd be like, oh, how are things going? Because I'm naturally just a caring person. I naturally care about people. I naturally have that soft heart. I'm a phlegmatic, so that, loyal, extremely loyal. So how are you doing? What's going on in your business? But when you set the expectations up front, when you allow people to know what they can expect or what they want to accomplish, they're going to know, okay, if I'm not doing this, then they don't get your time. They don't get the time to help push. And those people that accept those expectations, they exceed those expectations, they definitely get your time as a Beachbody coach. But if you don't set those right away, it's going to be very hard to distinguish between a leader and a friend, right? So real quickly, let's talk about that. So how do you put on your hat? How do you take and put your hats on? Well, when I go out to dinner with my friends, or when I go out to, when we're at Summit and we're together as a team, and we need that valuable bonding time. That's my friend hat, right? But then I'm gonna take that friend hat off when we're on Zoom calls. I'm gonna put my leadership hat on. I'm gonna challenge some of my friends, some of my coaches. I'm gonna challenge some of my challengers and say, look, okay, it's time for you to push. You've been off your game for the last 2 days. Let's get back on it, okay? Look, you told me you wanted to be Emerald by this day. Let's look at your activity. It doesn't match up. Why is that? What's going on there? And let's adjust course, okay? Let's get back on course. Let's hit those goals. So you need to set expectations for your coaches. You also need to set expectations for yourself. What do you expect out of yourself? Because if you don't expect the same thing from your coaches and yourself, it's not going to line up, right? So if you expect yourself to hit Success Club 5 or 10 every month, you expect yourself to accomplish a rank every 3 months or whatever it is, and you expect yourself to talk to 5 to 10 people, recruit 2 to 5 people or 10 people a month, whatever it is, 10's, whatever the number is for you, then you have to expect that for yourself. Then you can expect that for your team, okay? And you also need to be accomplishing those results. But I struggled with this for the longest time, you guys, because I really wanted to be friends to everybody. And that's, I love this business because it's a people business. We get to meet some amazing people. We get to be around some awesome people. We get to push our leadership on ourselves just to grow and extend that. But ultimately, it's helping your team get the results that they want. Those that signed up for this business want to see results. And when you set those expectations right away, it's very easy to go back and say, look, you're not accomplishing those expectations. When you don't set those expectations, and then you come back and say, hey, okay, now I have an expectation of you to go Emerald, and they're saying, wait, where is this coming from? Then it's very hard to build that into your relationship. It's very hard to find that balance when you have not set that expectation already. It'll be confusing for them, and it'll be confusing for you. So I really hope that this little video, this little tip kind of helps you, because it definitely helped me on setting expectations. So sit down. What are your expectations for yourself? What do you want to see you do every single month? And then create those expectations for your team. And then tell your team, what do you expect out of them? What do you want to see from them every single month? And also understand that it's a individual basis. Like I said, not every coach is going to want to push for a diamond coach. But again, that's where you sit down, you talk to them, you say, okay, where do you fit in those 3 categories? Or do you fit in between? Because some coaches will fit in between. So guys, I hope this video helps. I'm so excited to continue to keep doing these fun little series for you. I hope you keep watching. Take care.